Hi, your favorite rant of the day. No dog today though. He's a little under the weather, and I'm waiting for somebody to get their hair taken care of. You know, out in the car. Um, I don't know, but I have felt in the last few days a palpable shift in people out in the world. Um, been in Chicago suburbs and worked in the city with family business my entire life, 39. And I've maybe carried before there was concealed carry, but we also had Homeland Security and chemicals to secure. This was back in the mid 2000s when we didn't know what we know now. So I have seen violence and gang violence and almost gotten carjacked and at gunpoint with my other dog and having a spare key, and as he was going to steal the whole car, I almost ran him down. But that's just a Chicago day. But now I've always lived in the suburbs, and pretty much the same burb, a little west. And it is a completely different world once you pass Austin Avenue, the border of the city of Chicago, to Oak Park, one of the richest towns around here, with Frank Lloyd Wright mansions and all sorts of shit. I mean, it's a block difference, and across the street, it's crazy. Now, being like 20 miles to the west from like the center of downtown, it's pretty safe. I mean, it's your normal suburbs, but I never felt a need to have to enhance my protection in the suburbs here. But I'm even noticing in the grocery stores, people I'm running into on the street that I've known for a while. This town is packing heat like I've never seen. Um, and I'm glad I'm responsible for at least like 14 people in this town having FOID cards and concealed carries. Because when I was younger, I used to get people to sign up, and then, I'd have people who I was shooting with. um, but, they got families now, and they got protection for different things now. But even like their anti-gun wives now want to carry, and they're asking me advice on what kind of weapon and da da da, and I got to see what kind of shooter she is. My dad had me shooting when I was 6 years old, like competitive with very small calibers. I've been grooming into competitions and stuff. It's just something I like doing. Never had to hurt anybody. Maybe flash it a couple of times, and I don't even like doing that, because I tell people, if you're packing, if you happen to have that ability legally, you better know when you should and should not use that thing, and you should probably have that concealed carry insurance. But my golden rule, like my father taught me when I was a kid, like, these things kill people. Like, they're to be taken seriously. You can enjoy them, but they're to be taken seriously. And if you ever have one on you and somebody's threatening you and intimidating you, you better not just pull it out and stick it in their face, because if you don't have the balls to pull the trigger, they're going to take the gun and shove it up your ass and then shoot. So, like he said, if you're not willing to pull the trigger, do not pull out your weapon on somebody, even if you're in a bad situation. But once you've made the decision in your head that you're going to shoot this person, then you take the weapon out. You don't flash it. You don't try to be cool and, ooh, look, my TikTok video. I don't want nobody to know nothing. But if it's coming out, I've pretty much 99% already decided, like, you need to not be doing what you're doing anymore. To whoever. I don't want to hurt anybody, but I don't want to see anybody get hurt. And I'm not going to let people get hurt anymore, because nobody's protecting us anymore. This is Chicago. We can't even get... Federal laws don't apply here. We are in an occupied cartel, narco state. And just the corruption has been here forever. We're the central logistics hub of the planet. Every single thing flows through Chicago. Air, sea, rail, water, truck, backpacker, whatever. You don't realize our states are paying for all their shit. They're getting free health care in Illinois. Don't let anybody lie to you about that. I'm in the hospitals and doctors' areas a lot for my conditions. They are getting free health care. Not technically free, but nobody's getting paid and we're getting stuck with the bill. But anyways, I've just felt and gotten a few calls and texts and messages from people I haven't talked to in a long time. I realize it's the holidays, but they're asking my advice on what kind of weapons to get their spouses or for different home defense situations. A few own businesses, and and they're all good. No criminal records. No, they're not idiots. They all are, normal people. But it's just funny because for 20 years I've been being told that I'm freaking paranoid with pew-pews. And the funny thing is, with all that time, I've never had an accidental discharge. I've never gotten in trouble with one because I'm responsible with it. But it's scary seeing normal people that used to think, they were friends with me because I never screwed them over or anything, but thought I was a bit paranoid back in, 2005, 2006. Started red pilling, as everybody calls it today, but I was just ahead of the curve. I'm glad y'all caught up with my paranoia, and even exceeding it. I'm proud of all of you that have gotten past up to my level of paranoia. I've been getting told for 20 years, and I think that's why I self-medicated for 20 years to turn my freaking brain off, because everybody, it's obvious, like, who's running things, who's controlling things. Nobody's in it for us. Like, we have to watch our own back. If you're walking and your wife, your daughter, your mother is going to the grocery store and she has to be wearing a gun if you're not around, or like even like soft defensive chest protection, ballistic protection, soft, not hard plates. They want to wear it under their clothes and not see it. Easier in the winter. But it's just, I'm almost like, I'm glad I'm a little validated, but I've been preparing for things to go tits up for a long time, and now I feel vindicated, but also like, shit, I was right. Not used to that. Not used to people thinking I'm not crazy. And I can say the other day I said the craziest thing to my two friends, what I think the whole big Rant, not the conspiracy of the government, the planet, the solar system, whatever you want to call it, the whole thing. And they looked at me and I thought they were going to give me the normal shit. And they're all like, yeah, I could see that. And I'm like, wow, you guys have literally been busting my balls for 15 minutes straight, all three of you, if I would have said that to you 5-10 years ago, and also, with the not mandatory, pure blood motherfucker, none of that shit. Anyways, just be safe and keep your situational awareness. Like, even these headbuds I have in right now, I have them in ambient aware mode. They make me into like superhuman mode, even if I'm like walking the dog out at night. Like the glasses I can use, reflection back, front. You just gotta be aware, but have something with you: an extendy baton, pepper spray, a stick. I don't know, but have something on you. Keep aware. Just don't take your safety for granted in these stores. Women are getting random acid attacks after they're walking their dogs from church in Georgia in the United States. People are getting lit on fire by people that have been arrested 71 prior times, lighting people on fire in the city of Chicago on the trains. Irina Zarunska from Ukraine, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, but I'm just saying there seems to be a pattern here. And there's the people that are being protected and the people that are getting fucked. And we're not in their club. So it's up to you guys. But when people are up to my paranoia levels, it's starting to worry me. I was vindicated and now I'm worried a little bit. But I've always been a survivor. I'll reassess, and redeploy and adapt and survive. See, look, my quiet little town, ambulances all the time, and police cars, never was this. Just everybody be safe, Merry Christmas, You know, Christmas isn't just about presents. And the older I get, the less I give a shit about getting anything. And I'm just happy I'm alive today. And like, everybody's healthy. So, or, well, for a chronically terminally ill person, healthy is a relative thing, but my quality of life, hey, already beat the odds by a shit ton, so we're gonna keep doing it. I at least want to see the end and the credits to the best bullshit apocalyptic movie, whether it's real or fake. I want to see the end. I got my popcorn and I've been ready. Let's go. Be safe and Merry Christmas. Christ is King.